Ladies and gentlemen, federal employees, today we're talking about spousal and survivor benefits on your Social Security. Now, honestly, these two things are some of the most misunderstood topics I ever talk about, and I get questions, and I see people make dumb decisions because they don't understand how these things work. And if you didn't know already, when you start your Social Security benefits, it's going to impact your spouse incredibly, a lot. It's going to impact your spouse's situation a ton. That's what we're going to dive into today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dallin Hawes. I'm a financial planner and CFP who loves helping federal employees just like you get the most out of their benefits and retire confident. So the first thing to know about Social Security, it's a big program. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of moving parts, okay? But I'm going to try to simplify at least parts of it today so you understand how it works. Again, we're talking about spousal benefits and survivor benefits. So spousal benefits is the benefit that your spouse could get based on your working history, or vice versa, what benefit you can get based on your spouse's working history while you're both alive. But when one of you passes away, the benefit that now comes into play is survivor benefits. So keep that in mind. Spousal benefits is when you're both alive. Survivor is when one of you passes. And the rules for both of them work a little differently, okay? Let's start with spousal benefits. So spousal benefits means that a spouse is eligible at their full retirement age, which again is for most of you between 66 and 67. At your full retirement age is you can get up to 50% of your spouse's full retirement age benefit. Okay, let's do a quick example to see what that all means. Okay, let's say your spouse has a full retirement age benefit, let's say at 67, of $2,000. Well, that means you as the spouse can get up to $1,000 if you start your spousal benefits right at your full retirement age at 67. Okay. That is the principle, is that for spousal benefits, even if you don't have a benefit yourself, you can get a spousal benefit based on your spouse's working history, okay? Let's do another example to explain some of the nuances here. Let's say that one spouse did work, but they didn't earn near as much as the other spouse. So let's say one spouse has a benefit of $2,000, but the other spouse has their own benefit of $800, okay? And both of those, again, I'm assuming are at their full retirement age. Well, the lower earning spouse, can they get their own benefit and spousal benefits? And the answer is, well, no, not really. Basically, you can get either spousal benefits or your own benefit, whichever amount is higher, okay? So if you can get $1,000 a month from spousal, okay, or $800 a month from just your own benefit, then they're going to give you the full benefit, the $1,000 benefit. They're going to give you the larger of both of those amounts. Again, I'm simplifying a few things here to keep it easy and clear, but that's the principle, is that you are eligible for up to half of your spouse's full retirement age benefit if you start it at your full retirement age, which again is between 66 and 67. But if you start it earlier, let's say at 62, there will be reductions. You get a smaller amount. You get up to 50% if you start it at your full retirement age. So if you have, if the lower earning spouse has their own benefit, they only get spousal benefits if spousal benefits are larger than their own benefit. Now, another nuance here is the only way for a spouse to start spousal benefits. So again, let's do an example. Let's say your benefit is $2,000 a month and your spouse's is $800 a month. Well, can they get $1,000 a month, which is their spousal benefits they're entitled to? But what if you're not taking your benefits yet? Let's say you're not getting your $2,000 benefit yet. You haven't started it yet. Can they start spousal? And the answer is no. The only time they can get spousal benefits, that $1,000 a month, is if you as the higher earner are already drawing your benefit. So technically speaking, they can start their own benefits of $800 a month, okay? And then once you start your benefits at $2,000 a month, their benefit gets popped up to $1,000 because now they can get spousal because you've already started your benefits, okay? That is how it works. So that's spousal benefits in a nutshell, is you are eligible for up to 50% of your spouse's full retirement age benefit if you start your benefit or the spousal benefit at your full retirement age. Okay? Not everyone gets it. Generally speaking, it only comes into play when one spouse was basically the primary earner, breadwinner, or one spouse made way more than the other. Then that spousal benefits is going to come into play. If you made about the same, if your Social Security benefits are about the same, then spousal benefits simply aren't going to come into play because both of you have benefits that are bigger than half of the other person's. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that is spousal benefits, is when you're both alive, you both are eligible for a benefit based on the other person's working history, depending on the situation. Now, what is survivor benefits? That is a little different. It's a little different. The rules are different. So survivor benefits is for when one of you passes away. And again, I'm going to simplify a number of things, but this is the principle. Let's do an example. Let's say your benefit is $2,000 a month. Your spouse's is $1,000 a month. Well, what if one of you dies? What happens? What happens? Well, what survivor benefits does is they say, hey, look, when one of you dies, we're going to take the higher benefit of both of you, and that's the amount of money that's going to remain after one of you dies. So if you die and you're drawing $2,000 a month and your spouse was drawing $1,000 a month, then they would start drawing $2,000 a month because that's the higher of both of your benefits, right? They start drawing $2,000 a month, and that $1,000 extra dollars that was there before, that goes away. Okay, so again, if one of you has a benefit of $2,000, the other has a benefit of $1,000, when one of you dies, the smaller benefit kind of drops off, and the larger amount of both of your benefits is the one that sticks around. And that is what survivor benefits are. Okay, survivor benefits is saying, hey, the bigger both of your benefits, that's the one that's going to stick around when one of you dies. And spousal benefits, again, only applies when you're both alive. So I know that gets hairy. Social Security is a beast of a program. Hopefully that gives some clarity, though, on some of the basics of how this program works. If you have any other questions, I've got other videos on Social Security about when you should file, some other strategies, but today I wanted to explain a little bit about spousal and survivor so you understood a little bit more on how this works for you. If you have any other questions, there's a link below in the description to submit those, and we base our future content on the questions we receive. So I hope that's helpful. Have an incredible rest of your day. I'll see you next time.